Hi everyone. Welcome to the fall 2018 semester. I'm Dr. Watts. I'll be your instructor for Comp 1 this semester. And I don't know if you could see him, but here's Joshua, who will also have a lot of say in what kind of work you do on your essays, I'm sure. So, okay, thank you. Okay, he's finished with his debut, but I'm not. Uh, I have this little clip right here at the beginning. I want you to see what I look like and what my child looks like there. I'm going to shut off my own camera and have you focus your attention on the orientation guide that you may have downloaded, or if no, you'll at least be able to see it in this video. I hope you have a great semester, and I hope this orientation guide will help you get off to the right start in your online class. Online's not easy, so bravo to you for taking the initiative to take an online class so early in your college training. If you downloaded the orientation guide, you'll see that what's on the screen before you in this video is the first section of that orientation guide. At the top, there's a welcome, and again, I want to congratulate you on your decision to take an online class. As I said before, an online class is tough because you must have a lot of self-discipline, but it is worth it in the long run. And please keep in mind that I'm here to help you succeed, and if things are difficult for you, please let me know how I can help, and let your classmates know too. We'll be trying to build a learning community, but we need everybody invested in it in order for the learning community to work. So I'm going to shift down to part 2 of that guide, and you'll see the heading Overview of Important Policies. The syllabus has a lot of information, but I think maybe there's too much information there. It's difficult to concentrate on what's really important. So let me take these items one by one. I've highlighted number 1, where I'm trying to explain that our course is divided into weekly segments. The weeks start Monday morning and they run through Sunday midnight. Midnight Sunday is the absolute latest to submit anything of the required for weekly submissions that week. So please be aware of that. Some things are due earlier in the week, but Sunday midnight is absolute cutoff for the forums and exercises that you're required to do. Moving on to item number 2. Many people want to know what's your policy on late work, and I want to make sure you understand that the small assignments, the forums and the exercises, I do not accept those late. I simply cannot keep up with the grading of those things if they're coming in at all different times. However, the longer essays, the 4 formal essays and the final project, those may be submitted late. There could possibly be a grade deduction per calendar day that the submission is late, but honestly, usually the first time I don't penalize. It's in instances where a person is consistently late that I penalize because I become fearful that I'm teaching the wrong lessons by accepting assignments late. So, point of all that is please get in the habit of organizing your time throughout the week to ensure your success. Item 3 gives you some suggestions on how to organize that time. You maybe recall on the syllabus that I've explained I do have to take attendance. It's the college's policy, and I do so by seeing if you have logged in 3 times a week and done 40 or 50% of the work at least. I recommend that you log in early, Monday or Tuesday, to see what the expectations are, and then Wednesday or Thursday to complete online exercises and participate in at least one of the forums, and then Saturday or Sunday to submit any longer assignments and to interact with others, your classmates, on the forums. So that's how I suggest you organize your time. It is not a good idea to wait until Sunday afternoon to try to do all the week for the class. That just simply does not work, and rarely have I seen anyone successful. The course is obviously, that's delivered in Moodle. There's also a link on our homepage for our writing handbook. It's Writing for Success. And at various times in the semester, I'll be asking you to click on the Writing for Success link to do some activities in that handbook. In the meantime, students often have the question, do I really need to purchase a book? And for this go around, yes, you do have to purchase one thing, and that is the Seagull Reader essays. The bibliographic information for that is outlined on the Moodle page as well as on the syllabus, but that is the only absolute yes, get this tool. Right now, I have a tentative schedule of activities drawn up. I don't really know who you are or what your needs are. So any changes to our schedule will be announced in Moodle. Check the weekly updates tab at the top of the page, and please get in the habit of checking your email regularly. Finally, I mentioned that you should feel free to contact me whenever you need to. You can contact me through email. That's the best strategy. Or if you need to talk to me personally, the number before you is my office telephone number. And then on the syllabus, I give you my cell phone number. I do not mind your calling me on that. I also don't mind you texting me, but please know that it's a little harder for me to text you back, and you always need to tell me who you are in a text because I don't, obviously I don't have your telephone number stored in my contacts. Okay, well, that was part 2. Scrolling on down, I know you worked through a Moodle orientation, and if you had not, you need to back out to your home page and work through that orientation so that you understand how Moodle is structured. But below you're going to, or in front of you, you're going to see a couple pictures of our home page. Yes, I do know that sounds lame to put a picture on a page that you're already inside of. You know what it looks like, but I want to talk about a few sections. So I'm first going to draw your attention up here to the upper right-hand corner of the page that says Quick Mail. There's an email system inside our course that should be set up so that it pops emails over to your student email account. If there's a problem with that, please let Chad Baldwin know, the Moodle administrator, and please get into the habit of checking this email, this quick mail within our course. The middle of the page here, at the top, the part I have circled, has some resources that are going to be available to you all semester long. Ours look just a little bit different from the list on this particular screen, but at least you can see that, oh, these things like a link to ECC's Online Writing Center or my copy of course syllabus or a news forum, those will be available anytime you log on to the course. Then a third thing that I know students care about will be over here on the side, this administration section. You'll see a grades tab. And at any time during the semester that you need to know or want to know what's my grade so far, click over here on this grades tab. Occasionally there are problems with the database inside Moodle and your grade's not tabulating correctly. Please let me know if that happens, and I'll try to fix the problem, and then of course make sure you're aware of how you're doing at any given time in the course, and so long as I've graded what you need me to grade. So I also guess I need to explain that I spread the grading out across the week. So often you're going to get feedback and a score on the same day that you post materials. Sometimes that doesn't happen, so don't panic if you have to wait a few days. If I ever take longer than a week to post a score for you, please will you email me and say that you've been waiting for a score, you haven't gotten it yet, something has gone wrong, I might have missed your submission, or if the submission was past the deadline, then I can explain that. Okay, well, that's that part. Then scrolling on down, this is kind of an old section, but as I mentioned, the course is divided into weekly segments. There's an assignment tab that will remind you of what to do in preparation and in participation for course that week. And then there will be a forums tab on it every week, and those are it's online discussions that you're required to participate in. It's how you work through some pre-writing to prepare you for the formal essays, but it's also the way in which we have to build community since we're not seeing each other face to face. We have to get to know each other through writing. Finally, I have a image here of the Writing for Success handbook that I mentioned earlier. At the top of the page in our course, you'll be able to click on the Writing for Success link, and you'll see a screen that looks like the one on the monitor before you. Two things I want to point out here is at the top here, you may download the entire handbook, and that I really recommend that you do. Notice you have a choice of formats. You could get it as a PDF file or an open text document. You decide on the basis of what software you have on your computer, but I really recommend you download a copy of this open source text to have later on in the semester, later on in your college classes. And then there should be a box that provides a table of contents. So I put a little circle here. This is arranged by chapter. We don't work through every single chapter, but we'll work through some of these, and you will have some assignments, some reading assignments, and then some exercises or some things to do within some of these chapters. Okay, well, those are the main things I want to point out in the orientation. I'm getting a little long, and I know I need to speed up, so please email me if you have questions. Thanks.